February 18, 2021, NASA's Perseverance rover lands on Mars. Its mission is to find life signs. And today, in 2025, Perseverance rover has seen something inside the stone 3.5 billion years ago in the Jezero crater. A pattern, a chemical footprint, a thing that makes life on Earth. So have we found life on Mars? Has Perseverance solved the biggest question of humanity? And if so, then why isn't NASA officially announcing? This story is more complicated than life. This is the story of biosignatures. This is the story of science. This is the story of hope and doubt. Hello friends, I welcome you to the secret TV space. Today we will discuss the biggest question of humanity. Frontline par ja rahi hai. Let's dig in. ISS se peli ki hum discovery ki ba karan. Hume crime scene or detective Dono ko samajna hoga. Humera detective Hi Percy Rents rover. Pyar se hum isi Percy bulate hai. Ya NASA ki Mars 2020 mission ka dil hai. FIT was launched in July 2020 and landed on Mars in February 2021. Landing is a bit of an understatement. Its landing is called 7 minutes of terror. A heat shield, a supersonic parachute, rockets, and finally a sky crane that gently kept this 21-foot rover on the surface of Mars. It was a miracle of engineering. But why? Why so much hassle? Because Perseverance is not your average rover, he is an astrobiologist. His primary mission, his prime directive is the same: to learn the science of ancient life. For this 2.7 billion-year-old rover, whose power source is a small nuclear reactor, is equipped with the entire lab equipment. He has a supercam that can tell. It has PIXL, which sees elemental composition from X-ray. And it has a shell lock, our hero instrument, which we will come to later. Now detective is done. What is the crime scene? Jezero crater. Print this name in your mind. Today, if you see Jezero crater, then it is a 45 kilometers wide, dry, cold, and dusty pit. But it was not like this 3.5 billion years ago. 3.5 billion years ago, the Cretaceous was a lake. A river came from the water and met it. When a river meets a lake or sea, it deposits all the soil, sediment, and minerals it brought with it. This makes a river delta. So NASA scientists thought that if life on Mars 3.5 billion years ago, so where will his remains, his fossils, his chemical marks be found? The answer was in the sediments of Jezero Delta, which have now dried up and become stones. It was as if you were treasure hunting under a dry sea. But what was the work of the Zevrains? What Perseverance rover found on Jezero crater? So what Perseverance found? Story started in 2024 when Perseverance reached a part of Delta which is called Bright Angel Formation. Here he found a very intriguing mountain, a mudstone which was nicknamed Chieva Falls. This stone was found on the edge of Delta where the lake water must have been the quietest and deepest. Mudstone means that for millions of years, fine-grained soil slowly froze underwater. It is a perfect time capsule. Life marks are destroyed in the large stones of stormy rivers, but they can be preserved in this calm mud. Why was this stone special? Because when Perseverance pointed its sensor on it, it looked strange. The scientists named them leopard spots. These spots looked like Shellog's full form is scanning habitable environment with Raman and luminescence for organics and chemicals. This is a very heavy name. Let me explain it to you in simple language. Shellog hits an ultraviolet laser on a stone. When this laser hits the stone's molecule, those molecules vibrate and glow in a special way. Every molecule, like water, carbon, and salt, vibration and glow are different. Their fingerprint is different. Sherlock reads the glow and tells him exactly which chemicals are present on that 1-inch spot. So Sherlock laser hit those leper spots of Chieva Falls and the data returned to JPL's control room. He blew the scientists' head off. They didn't get one thing, they got a perfect combo of 3 things, that too in a perfect pattern. Sherlock saw strong signals there that matched the fingerprints of aromatic organic molecules. Organic doesn't mean alive. Organic means carbon-based. But this time these organic molecules were not alone. They were hidden with 2 very special iron-based minerals, vivenite and gragite. And the most shocking thing was that these 3 things were not randomly read. They had a pattern, a structure. Scientists